Welcome to Nah For Real TV, man, aka The Spot. Man, today, man, we're doing a reaction video for Young Dolph and Yo Gotti. Man, I was a big supporter for Young Dolph. Yo Gotti, I came up off Yo Gotti. He did a lot of good music and collabs with Gucci Mane. Man, I seen him go through a lot of beef too. I seen coming up, I seen Yo Gotti got the beefing with Three Six Mafia. I seen him get the beefing with who else? It was somebody I seen him get the beefing with Player Fly. If I'm not mistaken, Player Fly from Memphis, man. You know, I got a dad from Memphis. I used to listen to a lot of Memphis music. If I'm not mistaken, man, drop in the comment and let me know, was it Player Fly who Yo Gotti was beefing with? But let's get into the video, man. Young Dolph versus Yo Gotti. Let's get it. Nah, for real. Let's get it.
Yo Gotti and Young Dolph are two Memphis rap legends. They had connections to each other in the streets, and back in the day, Gotti even wanted to sign Dolph to his label. But instead of linking up in the studio and putting on for the city together, they sparked a wild beef that led to diss tracks, death threats, and shootouts. And today, we're breaking down the entire story. Let's get right into it. Memphis is home to rap legends like 3 6 Mafia, 8 Ball and MJG, and more. But it's also one of the wildest cities in America. Some sources say that the violent crime in Memphis is 5 times higher than the national average. Almost every rapper from the city had to make it out of the streets, and that's allegedly where Dolph and Gotti first met. Rumors say that Dolph was actually Gotti's brother's plug back in the day. Dolph's parents were both addicted to crack when he was growing up, so he got active in the streets and made his own lane. Back then, he'd freestyle around his homies, but he never took music seriously until he almost died in a car crash. After Dolph decided to switch up how he moved, he went all in with his rap career. He started handing out free CDs all over the city, and it didn't take long for people to start paying attention. In 2010, he dropped a project called Welcome to Dolph World and picked up a lot of buzz in the city. But Dolph had bigger plans than just popping off in his hometown. That same year, he started his own label called Paper Route Empire. Every new project he dropped did bigger numbers than the last one, and it was clear that Dolph had
Yeah, I could witness it. Man, I seen Young Dolph, man, all that Alabama A&M, man. That man was passing out CD like crack. I seen that, man. I also got a phone call from my little niece during that time, man, telling me to link up to meet Young Dolph. I never went. I never got a chance to meet him. I had a chance to meet him, but I didn't. But salute to Young Dolph, man. R.I.P. to Young Dolph. I heard his very first CD, which was Paper Route Campaign, man. When I heard that CD, I knew that he was gonna be unstoppable. I knew he was gonna blow up. I just ain't knew he was gonna do it that fast. But man, Yo Gotti, yeah, he had a force to be reckoned with at that time.
plans to take over the game. In 2013, he released a collab project with Gucci Mane, which ended up catching the attention of Yo Gotti. Gotti's an icon in the Memphis rap scene. He's been in the game since '96, and in 2012, he started his own label, Collective Music Group, aka CMG. By 2014, he still didn't have any artists on the roster though, so he reached out to Dolph and offered him a deal. Back then, Dolph was buzzing, but hadn't really hit the mainstream yet. Linking up with Gotti definitely would have boosted his career, but that's not how Dolph wanted to play it. Even before he had a name in the industry, Dolph knew he wanted to create his own lane. He started a label before he even hit the charts, so it was clear that he had big plans. According to him, that's why he turned down Gotti's offer. Dolph told Sway,
only thing was going to happen behind it was people like, oh, he popped off because of Gotti.
by the time Gotti tried to sign him in 2014, Dolph had already put a ton of work and money into his own career. He didn't want all that to go to waste by riding someone else's wave. Sway told Dolph,
I know Gotti respect that because he did the same thing.
but unfortunately, that's not how it turned out. Dolph showed Gotti respect when he talked about the situation in interviews, but apparently, there was already static behind the scenes. Nothing happened between them for a couple years though. Dolph stayed on the grind and went double platinum with OT Genesis, while Gotti decided to sign Black Youngsta and mentor him instead. Black Youngsta is another Memphis rapper who survived the trenches before hopping in the booth.
See, that's what I mean about. I knew he was gonna blow up, but I ain't knew he was gonna do it that fast. Like I knew he was hard and he was talented, man, but I ain't knew he was that smart, man, with the money and had the business move to do it like he did. Man, salute the Dolph, man. That the ultimate hustle, man. Which Jay-Z, a lot of people talk about that hustle, man. I watched Yo Gotti come up with Gucci, man. I knew if Yo Gotti heard Dolph with Gucci, that he was gonna try to sign him because he already was making bangers with Starlito, a lot of people who from Memphis that Gotti were already dealing with. But some kind of way, I think Dolph seen it like his career wasn't gonna go to the best of his ability with that type of exposure with Yo Gotti because that's just like he was getting carried. Like he said, you gotta respect his hustle. Let's go. Let's get to it.
He was raised by a single mom and had to learn how to get by at an early age. Youngster got his first job at just 7 years old, stocking shelves at a grocery store, but he was fired for stealing food and got active in the streets. He was always in and out of jail on gun and drug charges, and that's where he first learned how to rap. In 2012, he dropped 2 projects and started building some momentum, and in 2014, he popped off with the track Heavy. The song put him on the map in the Memphis rap scene, and not before long, Yo Gotti hopped on the remix and signed Black Youngster to CMG. Youngster was later booked for allegedly dumping 100 rounds at Dolph, but it all started with social media disses. In February 2016, Dolph dropped his debut album and called it King of Memphis. Gotti had called himself the King of Memphis before, and he was allegedly tripping over the album title. Around the same time he released the album, Dolph made the beef official and tweeted, "Bro went from being my #1 fan and wanting to sign me to being my biggest hater. #facts." Gotti had beef in the rap game before, so fans expected him to clap back at Dolph, but instead, he just let his new artist do the dissing for him. While Gotti stayed quiet, Black Youngster hopped into the beef and called Dolph a and on social media, he wrote, "When I see that Dolph, I'ma smack the shit out of him, on my life." Black Youngster even rolled up to Dolph's hood with a bunch of his homies, but nothing serious went down. Then a few weeks later, Dolph clapped back on IG and aired Gotti out for hating on Memphis rappers and sending Black Youngster to fight for him. He also accused Gotti of putting the police on him.
Gotti, you was a I just got back to the city. They say you trying to put charges on me and put the police on me.
And around the same time, Dolph hopped on the remix of the track Ready by Trouble and said, "All of my they ready. Y'all some you scared. All on the internet telling, trying to have a real gelling. This shit around my neck so heavy. I'ma keep."
I'm talking about hard. Boy, that was a banger right there. All of my niggas be ready. All of my niggas be ready. Oh, let me stop now. Let me stop. Boy, that Dolph will turn me up now. I'm telling you now. Let's get it.
Dripping sauce, spaghetti. Fans linked the Heavy line to Black Youngster's track Heavy, and Dolph took more shots at him and Gotti with the lines, "Any that record when it's time for gangster shit, he the police. And I your boss man baby mama, same hotel for 4 weeks. Never send a little boy to take care of grown man business. If I was you, I'd be mad at me too, so I ain't tripping." Black Youngster clapped back with the track Shake Some, where he called Dolph out by name and said, "Dolph Thornton wanna play, I'm on tour with the K, Mac 11, Smith & Wesson, extended clip, 100 rounds on a Draco. How the you the King of Memphis? You ain't from the city, you from Chicago. Boy, you better lay low."
That Black Youngster, man, that ain't nothing but a little Taliban. They might well put him in a one of them crash dummy car and run him to the wall. Man, when ever since I listened to him, I knew that he was on go. You know, I hate that we up kind of talk about the situation with Black Youngster and his brother, man. That was a crazy hit, man, at the BP in Memphis, Tennessee, man. Y'all pay attention, man. Memphis is a war zone right now, man. Y'all pay close attention to Memphis right now. You go over there playing, you probably won't make it back out. But let's get to it, man. Young Dolph and Yo got it. Let's go.
Killers move when I say so. I love Rob instead of killing, raping mamas and shit, little. Dolph didn't respond to the track, but a few months later, he dropped the song Play With Your and took the beef with Gotti to the next level. Play With Your is a wild diss track where Dolph claimed he hooked up with Gotti's baby mama and said, "Don't play with me, Gotti. You a man. You went from my biggest fan to my biggest hater. Begging me to sign with you, but I had too much paper. Still that same that used to front your big brother. Found out he a too, now I call him your big sister. And they said them on your team iron your drawers. They say you make them call you boss, but they can't call you king, cause that's Dolph." But instead of coming back with his own song, Gotti just tweeted, "I'm business partners with L.A. Reid and Jay-Z, and blah, blah, blah." The beef cooled off for a while after this, but then Dolph dropped a video for Play With Your and the situation got deadly. The video for the track shows Dolph stealing a girl from a Gotti lookalike, which was so disrespectful that it almost got him killed. A day after it dropped, someone let off over 100 shots in a Dolph's SUV when he was in North Carolina. The situation got crazy, but Dolph made it out alive.
Hey, man, y'all drop in the comments, man, if y'all think was that hit was a perfect or was it sloppy? Drop in the comment, was that hit perfect or sloppy? And if you were Young Dolph, would have tightened up a little tighter than he did and retaliate, or you would have just kept it steady like he did? Y'all comment at the bottom, let me know. Nah, for real, T.
Because the whip was bulletproof. He still went on stage that night and performed Play With Your which proved that he wasn't backing down from anyone. Black youngster was charged with the shooting, but the case was dropped a couple years later due to lack of evidence. Dolph wasn't gonna let the shooting slow him down, and in April 2017, he even used it to help his career. He dropped an album called Bulletproof, and the track titles were actually a message to whoever tried to take him out. When you put all the tracks in order, it says, 100 shots in Charlotte, but I'm bulletproof, so f*** them. That's how I feel, all of them. I'm so real, I pray for my enemies. I'm everything you wanna be, shaking my head. The shooting in North Carolina wasn't the end though. Just a few months later, Dolph allegedly found out where Gotti was staying in LA. When he pulled up to press him, a fight broke out between their crews and Dolph ended up getting shot 3 times. Gotti's homie got booked for almost killing Dolph, but his charges ended up getting dropped because nobody would work with the cops. Back then, it seemed like the beef would keep going until somebody got killed. But after Dolph got shot, both sides just kind of moved on and focused on their own careers. Dolph was blowing up more than ever. Plus, he had just signed his cousin Key Glock and was busy with all of his charity work too. At the same time, Gotti's CMG label was picking up new artists and he was still working on his own music. But while the beef died down and nobody was sending shots, Dolph was tragically murdered before they could officially squash it. In November 2021, Dolph was caught by 2 shooters at Makita's Homemade Butter Cookies in Memphis. While he was shopping in the bakery, the gunman pulled up and shot him over 20 times. When the news broke,
Yeah, I remember this day, man. This day, man, I woke up, man. It was like, I think it was around noontime when I heard about Young Dolph. I said, man, stop playing with me. Man, I couldn't believe it. Man, and when I seen the crime scene, I said, oh, yeah, that was a hit right there. That was a hit. When you in the game, one thing I can say when you in the game, man, you gotta keep your head on the swivel, especially when you're moving out there and you're making big moves like that and you stepping like a giant. Uh, salute to Young Dolph, man. Salute to everybody from Memphis who really got talent and see their way out of Memphis because that is a war zone, man. It like every game out there, every game you can name from LA around the world, all in Memphis. You can just put all it like a gumbo, a pot of gumbo and them a game. So you know the murder rate gonna be high, man. But Young Dog was one of them fortunate one who made it up out of there, man. He was smart, man, very intelligent with his money. You know, like he said when he first met Gucci Mane, man, he had his own money, 40 grand. Gucci Mane said it, man, he had to reach back out to I think it was DJ Scream. One on he had to reach out back to like, hey man, who that guy who came, man, put me back in touch with him, man, if I could make a mixtape, man. Man, he just was one of them guys, bro. Salute the Young Dolph, man. Real star, man.
rumors immediately started flying that Gotti was behind it. But right now, there's no evidence that links him to the hit. The cops have charged 5 dudes who they believe were involved, but nobody knows why they wanted to kill Dolph. The way everything went down makes it clear that Dolph was the target, but we probably won't have any concrete answers till the trial starts. Dolph and Gotti linking up could have been huge for Memphis, but unfortunately, that's just not how it went. It's still not clear if Gotti was pressed like that over Dolph turning down his offer, or if there was more going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. But whatever the issue was, it led to one of the craziest rap beefs in Memphis history and helped turn Dolph into a legend in his hometown and the entire rap game. Rest in peace to Young Dolph.
Man, look, y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man, about the Young Dolph and Yo Gotti beef, man. Yo Gotti, he is the legend. I give it to y'all. If y'all rock with CMG, I give it to y'all, man. They got some talent over there. But PRE, man, I'm really a Dolph fan and I'm really an independent person. Like I love the grind that Young Dolph had, man. Like I don't understand like how somebody can hate on somebody because of their moves they make behind females. Y'all drop in the comments and let me know what y'all think about that. Do y'all think it was over a female? Do y'all think it was over business moves? 'Cause like one of what's the guy with the comedian who with PRE? He also said he even reached out to Juke. He reached out to him, bro, and he asked him, man, look, would it be okay if I deal with Dolph? Man, if you deal with Dolph, I would not deal with you no more. Man, that's some hating. That sounds like some hating. Yeah. There's one of the two, man. But y'all drop in the comments, man. Y'all let me know. Nah, for real, the spot, man. Just had to tap in, man. Back on my Grizzly with this thing, man. We dropping reaction video. Who y'all want to see next? I think I'm gonna drop LA, the Son of Harlem, man. That is a dope one. Y'all need to go check that out, man. Get up with me, man. Hit me on my subscribers. Subscribe to my channel for promotion. Hit me on YouTube, Nah For Real Production. Hit me on Instagram, Blockbeater the One. Hit me on Facebook. It's Nah For Real TV. Y'all do that, man. Get up with me, man. We out of here.